There's an ever-growing problem in DBD that not only is seemingly no one talking about as being a problem, but it's actually being encouraged by a few people. Now, the issue at hand is annihilating the match quality for Survivor. That issue is VPNing.
You're never too young to have a Vietnam flashback.
Wait, don't go. I promise this is not going to transition into another goddamn VPN sponsorship.
But you can protect your computer by using a VPN.
If you haven't seen a YouTube video in the past decade, since every other YouTuber and their grandma seems to be sponsored by a VPN company, and you don't know what one is, a VPN is a virtual private network. In perhaps two basic terms, it's a middleman for internet traffic, so you run your traffic to the VPN, then the VPN forwards your traffic to whatever destination it needs to go to, so the destination thinks it's coming from wherever the VPN is situated. So, for example, here's a quick example. Here I'm on Steam in my browser without a VPN. You'll see the currency is in Great British Pound since I'm in the UK. If I VPN to America and then refresh the page, Steam will now think I'm in the States because my traffic's being redirected through an American VPN, and now it will change the price to United States dollars. What the smeg does this have to do with Dead by Daylight? I hear some of you asking. Well, the same thing happens for Dead by Daylight. If I VPN to Asia, boot up DBD, the game will think I'm connecting from Asia and then put me in Asian servers. Some of you are probably working out where this is going. The problem with this, of course, is connection quality. Your ping is going to be the amount that it would be if you're connecting directly to that server. So if I VPN to the Asian servers, I'm going to be playing at 300 ping because that's roughly what my ping to Asian servers is. Most games playing at 300 ping is an absolute train wreck of an experience because you'll be lagging all over the place and the game is going to be barely playable. But see, that's where Dead by Daylight differs, because for some reason, the higher your ping is, the more of an advantage you seem to gain. Now, this is only really true for killers. If you play high ping Survivor, you'll likely just die. There are some exceptions such as flashlight saves, but in general, it's a really bad time if you're high ping on Survivor. I think this is because Survivor usually has things happen to them rather than the other way round, whereas killer is almost always the one doing whatever it is they're doing to the survivor, and high ping favors that kind of thing when the netcode is not set up properly. Now, the reason it's so bad for killer is the way the server validation seems to work, and that it hurts you more the lower your ping is on killer. This is a disclaimer. I am not a network engineer, nor do I claim to be one. However, this is what I believe to be happening. So let's take two different instances from my stream today. Here's a clip of me playing killer.
What the hell is even that?
Now, I don't VPN and I play in a local server, so I usually have about 20 to 30 ping. Here, I mind game this Vittorio and then melee him as he's vaulting the pallet. Now, my client says that he's on a pallet, so it goes for the grab, but the server tells me, nah mate, he's not on that pallet anymore, he's actually off the pallet, right at the last second because he's on the edge of the pallet as it goes to grab. So my client goes to grab, the server tells it no and changes it to a mouse 1, auto-aiming me onto this pallet and missing out on the down. If I was at higher ping, my client would have shown them further back on the vault and it would have gone for the mouse 1 instead. Grab here and then it would have got me the down, because essentially my game would say I hit the player before the server told me the position of the survivor had been updated. So the game would say yes sure and then it would give me the down. Whereas when you play on very good ping, the server will always update the position of the survivor to your client much faster, making it pretty much everything harder. It's why getting hits through windows sucks on very good ping, really sucks on drop downs, and why auto aiming is so atrocious the better your ping. Let's compare this to another instance. I'm playing Survivor, playing against a slinger at 300 ping. Brother, come on. Now here I am on the shack and I vault this window perfectly and I start to head around the corner, but uh-oh, what's this? Is that slinger shooting me through 12 inches of stone? I believe it is. Now, why does this happen? Well, because this killer is at 300 ping, because you guessed it, he's VPNing. Now, despite the fact that I'm around this corner very clearly, on his client, I'm still near the window, and instead of the game invalidating this hit because it's not possible, his game said he hit me, and the server just accepts that, resulting in me getting hit around the corner. Suffice to say that this is extremely fucking annoying to play against and completely ruins the gameplay experience. Or how about this example on Wesker where I stun him, but he hits me through the stun anyway, because his ping is also at 300, 300? Or how about when he grabs me after I'm already around the rock because his client is so far behind the server, I'm still in grab range of him. This is the frame before I get hit, and you can clearly see not only am I on the other side of the rock, but he's dashed face first into the side of the rock and not even past it. What a joke. Or how about this example where this triple digit ping Wesker grabs me from around the corner? Or how about this example on Slinger where I get shot through a rock? Every single one of these examples, by the way, happened on today's stream. I played for 4 hours. 3 hours of that was Survivor and then 1 hour was Killer, and I had 5 different matches or so where people were VPNing to my servers, giving themselves triple digit ping and making the gameplay unbearable. This basically kills the entire gameplay loop of Survivor, because when you boil it down to its bare mechanics that aren't just gen jockeying, it comes down to a couple of things. One is learning distances, so knowing whether you can make it around a tile one more time, or make it to that next tile, or make it over the window, etc. 2 is timing on things like stuns, which is very important on weak pallets because stuns are needed for you to make distance to another safer tile generally. 3 is killer specific counterplay, which a lot of that relies on the first thing of learning distances. And 4 is resource management, trying to keep as many resources as you can while looping for as long as you can so you don't end up making the entire map a dead zone and dying as soon as you get in a chase, because half a threat of a tile is a pallet being thrown and there's no pallets left, at least on maps that don't have 400 resources like Gideon, where you can comp drop until the cows come home and it's not going to make a difference. For the love of God, please rework Gideon meat plant. It's so bad behavior, it's so bad, just rework it, please. Now, none of these things are possible when the killer is a high ping, because you can't stun them or you'll just get hit through the pallet. You can't rely on distances because they'll just hit you from Narnia, making mind gaming very much in their favor. You therefore can't preserve resources because you need to pre-drop everything so that you don't get hit through it, and you can't just do fundamental looping on things like windows because you'll just get hit 15 meters past a window. So in other words, you can't play the game. Just flat out, you can't play the game because you can't do any of the things that you need to do as a survivor to give your team long enough to do generators without just pre-dropping every pallet, which means you have no resources 3 minutes into the map because everything has been dropped. At least in solo queue. Of course, Swift will probably just slam generators at Mach 17 anyway. In my opinion, this is just as bad as cheating. You're downloading external software with the intention to give yourself an unfair advantage. Sure, you're not changing the game's memory or manipulating it in any way, but that's besides the point. That's the main reason people are doing this, is to give themselves an advantage. The worst part is you don't know any of this is happening until it's already too late and you're in the game. Why can't we see the ping of players in the lobby, so if I see a killer has a ping of 300, I can dodge the lobby to actually get a, normal gaming experience? Why is it that people are able to join servers at 300 ping when your netcode is so horrifically bad that it literally buffs the killer the higher the ping they are? This shouldn't even be a thing, period, that anybody has to deal with. It completely undermines the entire gameplay loop of this game when you can't do anything, all because some arsehat wants a 300 ping advantage. I shouldn't be having a 3-hour session of Survivor where 5 of the different matches in the game have people blatantly ping abusing. It's ridiculous. We're in the middle of a health initiative and this should be on there somewhere, because this won't affect anybody who's actually just trying to play the game normally. The only person this will affect are dickheads. Or at the bare minimum, we should be allowed to at least see the ping of players in our lobby, or surrender if one of the players has ludicrously high ping. That's it. It's a growing issue that I see more and more, and yet see very little people actually talking about. It needs sorting out one way or another, because no one wants to waste their gaming session stuck in a match where everyone's cosplaying as the trickster, throwing their knives at you from across the fucking window. Anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next one.